Davy.
He ready.
He ready. 3 questions coming at him from the room. 3 questions coming from the audience. He gets 1 pass and 1 boomerang to spring back on us. Are you ready?
Yeah, we ain't even going to use the pass today.
We ain't going to use the pass today.
I take it
right?
back.
Here comes Meredith.
I'll
one
regret
of them
that.
questions.
I don't think you'll need it for this. I want to know, what is the biggest argument you've ever got into with each one of us in the room?
Oh, with each one of you guys?
Yeah, something that kind of bothered you or something that...
That's a good question. I know what it is for you, 100%.
That was easy.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
When you wouldn't come to my birthday party.
She wouldn't come to none of yours.
Nothing.
Yo, she was just like, I don't.
And that I want to say is the only argument, the only fight that we've had that's carried over to the next day.
Yeah.
But she came.
That was some smoke, though.
It was.
Yeah,
it
you
was
had
fun.
to really get her out there.
I remedied that situation.
Yeah. Buck, I don't think I've ever had
We're
an
good,
argument
bro.
with Buck. Yeah.
We're solid.
Yeah.
You took my money once in FanDuel.
It's been more than once.
Now you're going to argue.
That's why you keep losing that money, because you can't count, because it's been more than once.
Me and O argue a lot. I know what to argue with you about, though. Because, like, I don't argue with you about, like, work stuff, because that's just asinine. I argue with you about, like, social issues, I think.
Oh, yeah. Davy likes to.
Yeah.
Davy likes to get it popping.
Yeah. Man, it's been so many. A good argument that me and O have had. They come around. Probably a political thing, maybe with the Rona, maybe like the way to proceed with the Corona.
Anything that Davy has read up on, and he's like, oh, they say, and I'm like, who says? Read the reports, bro. and then he goes from arguing to typing. When he starts typing, I'm like, oh, this bitch.
Pulling up the
Like,
facts.
once he's on Google, it's about receipts. So I'm like, I ain't got time for this. I thought we was discussing.
I would say me and O's arguments have usually stemmed from almost conspiracy based things.
They start there.
They start there, and then they shift, and then it turns into like, yo, this is some real stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And I look forward to more of those.
Yeah, you both actually, like, I sit back, I'm like,
it.
I'm just going to sit back and just
I
watch
tap
this.
out after a while because Davy likes to go, and I'm like, yo, like,
and
all right.
honestly, and this goes for both of you guys, I enjoy it because you guys don't take it personally. Most people in my life, I like to argue. I like the back and forth,
Davy
but most
does
people
love to
in my
I
life
do not.
will
He
take
loves
it
it.
personally, and you guys don't take it personally. Like Mark would. So
Yeah.
I would kind of
Bow
lay
out.
off on Mark.
Mark would be mad. He'd be mad for an afternoon.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want to do that to that guy.
That's funny. All right, Buck, you're next up.
All right, Davy, I'm going to test your morals on this one.
Oh, they're bad.
Please.
Let's just say your closest loved one got murdered in
Oh my
cold
God.
blood. Yeah, cold blood. Now, the person who did it went to jail, and now they're out on bail. You have the option to get your revenge, whatever that is, but it's going to cost you 10 years in jail. Do you get your revenge, or do you let the justice system do its thing?
Well, I think there's a lot of variables in here. What my best friend that got killed did holds a lot of weight. You know, just because you're my best friend or a great friend of mine, you could still be in the wrong. Not justifying your murder, but I think that plays heavy into it. Also, you went to prison. How long did you go? I guess this is a morality thing, but like personally, did I feel like you got a slap on the wrist? Then maybe I would feel the urge to take matters into my own hands. Maybe I feel like maybe I feel like you paid your debt and...
I don't really understand the answer.
I really don't understand
depends.
what you asking him, because I'm like, you are not about to admit
Right?
that you gonna commit a murder. I have to just throw the flag on the play right here. I have never stopped. I was sitting there. I was getting ready to drop it.
Is it too late to
Because I'm
dump
like, this
everything?
fool is about to just like, all right, well, it depends on if I gotta kill him. What?
This is why they don't let me talk all the time.
I'm like, okay.
Are we plotting a murder? No.
I think it's...
Davy, don't you kill
You would
nobody.
It just
Better.
depends.
It does not depend.
It just depends.
Davy,
You said my closest loved one.
I plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
after further consideration,
Yeah.
Davy has decided to plead the fifth.
The judge just overrid my question. First time ever.
Planning murder.
So do I still have a plea? Or
I
no?
don't think
That was
so.
it.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Wow.
You're
man,
welcome,
bro.
by the
All
way.
right, so I'll stop
We're gonna
there.
give you 2.
So he really has your back,
Wow.
Orlando.
Like, I mean, come on. Like, I'm like, there's officers listening. Like, wait, Davy's talking. Let him finish. All right, Davy, you are now dubbed as the Wizard of Oz for hip hop.
Okay.
You have a wand.
All right.
Like, ooh, okay. And you can wave this wand to do great things in hip hop. You can elevate somebody to give them more pub,
Okay.
but you can also wave your wand and disappear them from the hip hop game.
Oh, yeah.
Who would you wave your wand and give bigger shine in hip hop?
Good
One
question.
person, and I should say, who would you eliminate?
Okay.
And why?
Pick one.
I would wave my wand to help my homie Tom G.
Tom G.
Because he's been putting in work. He's been consistent. And he's dope. And he's a good person. He's a good guy. He used to be my neighbor. He would come over. We would hang out. I would elevate Tom G. Because he deserves it. And it would be such a huge look for the city.
Yeah.
I would get rid of Tekashi ASAP. I'm so tired of hearing about him. I'm so tired of talking about him. Every time I walk into my tattoo shop, it's just like the biggest, everybody just wants to talk about this guy. And I'm tired of talking about it. So I'd get rid of Tekashi and I'd elevate Tom G.
Okay. It is the Freak Show Plead the Fifth. Action is happening right now. Davy is waiting for his 3 questions to come from the audience. There's a lot of questions that are coming in right now. Yeah.
They're not murderous, are they?
Nah, yeah. Nobody's asking you to commit a crime. Buck still got that one. Let's see. Meredith, you want to pick one of these first?
Yes. Davy, if you had to be stuck with someone in this world and it had to be one of your coworkers, would you rather it be Orlando or Meredith?
Stuck?
And why? Stuck with someone in this world. I guess like forever.
What do you mean, like stuck like on an island or something?
Maybe we'll go with that.
Just
but
out of YouTube?
This is, yes, and that's all the text.
Oh, I'd get stuck with you, Meredith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would he want to be stuck with me?
Yeah, that was the easy one. That was a no-brainer.
That didn't even make
Y'all
sense.
just be arguing the whole time. Who's getting the coconut? Who's like...
You can have a coconut, Meredith.
Oh, thank you.
See?
Wow.
We
okay.
coexist well.
Are you offended? He's mad.
I'm not offended. I'm just like, of course he wanted me. I mean, you don't want to see me walk around in a loincloth.
No.
Like we stuck
In a
somewhere.
leaf.
All right, let's see here. All right, Davy.
Yes.
You mentioned you're a big believer in giving people second chances.
Yes.
If your girl cheated on you, would you give her a second chance?
Nah. Nah, son.
You don't want to think about it?
Nah, I don't know to think about.
We ain't find out why.
I mean, that don't matter.
How it happened.
That's beside the point as well.
She might have been drunk.
Yeah, that's fine. She drunk a lot.
Wasn't in her mind.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Nah.
There's no coming back from that for me. It would just be something that I wouldn't be able to get out of my head. And then, like, once that trust is broken, it's probably not going to come back. It wouldn't be the same. So I would just let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, let it
Okay.
go.
I got one for you.
Okay.
All
This is
right.
the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it good.
Okay, Davy. Orlando has a radio gig coming up where he'll make $10,000.
I do?
If you go on this gig with him, the money's going to be split between the two of you evenly. But the catch is your girl already has a dinner planned with you and it's your anniversary. And there's no way to reschedule this because both of you are busy. So do you go for the money or do you go with your girl?
I would tell you this unequivocally,
I know the answer to this.
1,000%, that if I didn't go to the gig, my girl would be so mad at me. We could do the dinner, the anniversary thing another day. I get it. You can't reschedule on that day, but the bag is more important. Secure the bag. The rest will follow.
The bag. I will co-sign that because Davy has missed things where it's like, Davy's like, we celebrate. I'm like, what you celebrate? Our anniversary. Wasn't that like 3 weeks ago? Yeah, we put it off until now. And I'm like,
Fact.
boy,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yep.
100%. She would look at me like a dummy. Like she would be like, "This is not the guy that I want to be with." And if you, what was it, $5,000 a piece?
Yeah.
We get in that bag, baby, for sure.
Take
That
me
is
on
true.
vacation.
That is true.
She would not even be a little bit upset.
If Davy showed up with her and said, "Babe, it's all about you, and I ain't want to miss our night."
She'd be like, "What?
What the hell?
Who are you?"
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, you have. So you answered all of those. You have a boomerang.
I have a boomer.
Don't ask
Yeah.
us the murder question.
Not the murder.
Yeah, I don't think we would need to be committing to murder on a Monday.
It was hypothetical.
What was your first one, Meredith?
The biggest argument that we've ever gotten.
That's a good one.
Okay.
The biggest argument that you guys have gotten in the room.
Well, the biggest argument we've gotten into, in my opinion, is when you said that if you found out that Anthony was cheating on me,
That's right.
yeah,
that
I
you
remember
wouldn't
that.
tell me. But if I was cheating on Anthony, you would probably tell him just because of the guy code.
Bro
Even though
code. I
I
stand by
work
that.
with you every single day for like 8 years now. You see Anthony once a year. And just because I don't have things hanging between my legs, you're just going to take his side instead of mine. Anyway, but
You were big mad. You were big mad
She was
about
big,
that.
and she's still mad.
I might still be upset about that.
Wow.
Is that what I said? Did I say
I
I would
think you
tell?
did say.
Did I say I would tell him?
I pulled tape.
No, you said.
I said
you
I wouldn't
said
tell.
You would not
Tell her.
Her.
But I wouldn't tell on you.
Right.
Just
You
to
would-
clear that up.
Yeah, you wouldn't tell
I
on
wouldn't
her,
tell
but you
on
also wouldn't break
tell on
man
Anthony.
code.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Right.
said
Yeah.
you wouldn't break man
I'm
code
just not
and tell
telling.
her.
So you just wouldn't
can't
tell
be
me.
mad at me for not
So
telling.
you walked in on Anthony having sex with somebody else,
I-
and you're still not going to
I
tell
didn't
me.
see anything.
See,
That's a hard one right
That's
there.
why we
That's a
got
hard
beef.
one right there.
Anyway,
No, we're good.
well, I don't, we argue about the angles with the videos, but that's nothing you can really help. And then Orlando, you and I, let's see here.
I'm racking my brain.
We really
Trying to
don't
think of
argue.
something. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of
We
something.
really, really, really don't argue.
Like we have not argued. I don't.
Maybe come back to me on that.
I don't have anything. I really don't. I'm trying to think like Buck. I haven't argued with Buck. I mean, unless it hasn't been really arguments though.
I mean,
Been
after
like
the
this.
show, you're going to argue with him about the murder question.
I am.
I'm going to
We're
run.
gonna have a discussion about asking murder questions. That's gonna be part of it. Davy, as far as like really getting an argument, we argue all the time, but it's more debates because that fuels his heart.
He
loves
likes it.
Like honestly,
Poking the bear.
he loves to just. If Davy hears something on the news, he can't wait until I get in here and he's like, "So, and I'm like, God, here we go. It's before 7 o'clock.
It keeps me sharp.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been nothing that's real. I don't have anything like a big argument. I think maybe it was like when we were like being there was one time when we were doing like a hurricane broadcast or something. Like everybody was like, "Yo, we working through. We gonna do this up," and and Davy was like, "I ain't coming."
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "They say it ain't safe out there."
Yeah, it was safe.
And we were like, "No, dude, we all coming in. We gonna do it from here." And he's like, "Nah, man, they say it ain't safe." and I was like, "Who's they?" And he's like, "The people on TV.
Yeah.
Y'all crazy. I'm not coming." And we were in here like knowing Davy was gonna show up because
Right.
everybody was here.
Yes.
It was safe.
The funny thing is that you lived like 5 minutes away from where Orlando lives.
He was like, "I'm not driving all that way." I'm like, "I drove all that way."
Yeah.
And like, we could have carpooled. He's like, "Nah, it ain't safe."
Yeah.
It was like rain and
he,
wind.
and he had he gave no F's about not coming in.
Work
And
was
I
optional
like,
that day.
I was like, "Are you crazy?" He's like, yeah, that was the only one where I was like, "Really? No, come on." But that's all I got. I don't know. I don't know any other arguments that we had. So yeah,
That's probably because he would tell you if somebody was cheating on you and not me. That's probably why. You got that bro code going on.
I just wouldn't tell. I'm just not a telltale.
So if you saw me getting cheated on.
Wait, this is my plea defense over.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm clear. If you saw me getting cheated
Yeah.
on, though, like,
I
would
give
you
you the
tell
heads
me?
up. I give you the heads up.
Okay,
dog.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right,
What the
that's what I
hell
thought.
is going on
I
here?
just wanted to make sure he said that to
Bro.
make you upset, Meredith. That's all it was.
so wrong right now.
It's the thing.
Yeah.
It's the
Just because I don't got a thing.
thing.
One day you might figure out the bro code,
Yeah.
but you're not in it.
Plead the fifth is a rap.